that Devarishis Janma Karmacha Bhuya Prikshatam Brahman. Again, Bhuya means again. Prapiksha means inquired or, he was inquisitive. So he wanted to know everything about the Janma and Karma. This is very important that in our life also, if we have inspiration from devotees, our life role model should be one devotee of the Supreme Lord. Then very easily we will have motivations and inspirations to follow in their footsteps. Prabhupada says this is Sadharma Pricha. You remember in the next verse, Prabhupada says this is Sadharma Pricha. We have discussed about Sadharma Pricha sometimes. I don't know how many of you remember. It is one of the teachings of the process of the pure devotional service which Srila Sanatana Goswami receives directly from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone remembers the sequence of Sadharma Priksha? Sadharma Priksha is not the first stage. Welcome, Gopal. There is nothing in this world more important than hearing. And if you don't hear, we are telling the Lord that I am still busy in my own affairs. He is gone. Oh my God. Anyway. So what is Sadharma Priksha? And Sadharma Priksha is not the beginning stage. Before Sadharma Priksha, there are several stages. Anyone remembers? Very important aspect. Sat is that which is eternally truth, and Dharma means which is the intrinsic character, and Priksha means to inquire. This should be the inquiry. This is what we should come up to. That is the person who has really awakened. Not everyone can have Sadharma Priksha. Not possible. Not every initiate can also have Sadharma Priksha. Who can come to the stage of Sadharma Priksha? None of you found out? बोलो, कुछ तो बोलो. पहली बार सुन रहे हैं क्या आप लोग सद्धर्म परीक्षा? दयाशील प्रभु, you are hearing for the first time?
No, Prabhu, before also somewhat I have heard, but I don't remember.
We have not given importance to him. Yes, Pranab?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. He asks that kya mi kene amai jore tapure.
Yeah, very good. This is Sadharma Priksha. Who had this Sadharma Priksha?
Srila Sanatana Goswami.
Yes, very good. Another example of Sadharma Priksha from the scriptures. Excellent example. We have not done Sadharma Priksha does not mean that no one does Sadharma Priksha. There are many examples in the Shastras and even from the life of devotees. Give me one more example, at least one more example.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Come again?
Parikshit Maharaj.
Yeah, you have to ask, tell me what is that Sadharma Priksha? Where? Like you spoke about Sanatana Goswami.
He asked about the purpose of life. He was reigning only 7 days. What is the ultimate purpose? Yeah.
No, you have to be specific. What did he ask? You should be knowing. You have studied Srimad Bhagavatam. This is in the first canto, second canto. And what is the purpose of reading if you don't get into the understanding of what the Bhagavatam is? गोपाल, आपने हाथ उठाया था, आपका क्या धर्म परीक्षा है बताइए, क्या एग्जाम्पल है?
प्रहलाद महाराज।
ऐसे तो सबका नाम ले लेंगे, क्या सद धर्म परीक्षा है वो बताना पड़ेगा, कैसे वो सद धर्म परीक्षा है।
श्रद्धा एक
उसे तो क्या
जो
जितने
प्योर
से
डिवोटी
हाँ,
जो फुली प्योर
पहले आपको
डिवोटीज हैं।
समझ में आया सद धर्म परीक्षा का मतलब समझ में आया? व्हाट इज सद धर्म परीक्षा, बताओ।
सर्व धर्म अपेक्षा मेरे हिसाब से जो लॉर्ड के भगवान के प्रति जिसका निष्ठा बिल्कुल प्रगाढ़ है, तो सर्व धर्म अपेक्षा बोलेंगे।
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। चलिए हम देखते हैं, हाँ, इसको लेट अस सी फ्रॉम चैतन्य चरितामृत। Okay, it is not here. Yeah. This is the teaching of, can you see the screen? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the process of devotional service. He is explaining to Srila Sanatana Goswami. He says, Vividanga sadhana bhaktir bahuta vistar Sangshepa kahila kichu shadanga sa. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Vividanga. Vividanga means that there are many, many limbs, many varieties of the regulative principles and the processes of the sadhana bhakti. And it has many, many details, bahuta vista. But sangshepa kahiya kichu. But in short, in concise way, in a condensed way, I will speak to you about the sadhana angasa. I shall say something about the various practices of devotional service, which is expanded in so many ways. I wish to speak briefly of the essential practices. So important. And then he says, first item is Guru Padashraya Diksha Guru Sevana Sadharma Shiksha Priksha Shardhumar Anugamana. Here comes Sadharma Priksha. So the first and the foremost thing is to take Guru Padashraya. On the path of regulative devotional service, one must observe the following items. First, one must accept a bona fide spiritual master. How it is that he has accepted the bona fide spiritual master? He must take initiation from him. One must accept initiation from him. And what it means to be initiated? Guru Sevana. He must serve him. If he is not serving, he has not taken Diksha. If he has not taken Diksha, that means he is not under shelter. That means what? He is still leading an independent life, whimsical life. That means he is unsheltered. The soul remains unsheltered. Then Shadharma Shiksha, Priksha. If one has taken the shelter, he must take initiation. Why? Because initiation means formally accepting the superiority of the spiritual authority in our life as a spiritual master. Otherwise, by default, who remains our guru? Our whimsical mind. One cannot be freed. Then he says one must serve him and one must receive instructions from the spiritual master and make inquiries in order to learn devotional service. This is Sadharma Priksha. समझ में आ रहा? How to progress in the path of devotional service, how to serve the spiritual master. These inquiries are called Sadharma Priksha. So what is the purpose of Vyāsadeva asking the Sadharma Priksha? How it is Sadharma Priksha? Because he is making inquiry to learn the devotional service. How? By the practical life and demonstration of Narada. So that is why we need, it is a must that we must have a spiritual master who is present. Because without his presence, without his personal guidance, without personal inspiration, there is no possibility of any progress. So those Ritviks who say that we are the direct disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they are bogus. They are not in the line of devotional practice. This is not my statement. This is the statement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So that is Sadharma Priksha. When one has taken shelter, one has taken initiation, one serves the Guru. And how he serves the Guru? By receiving instructions. And how to follow the instruction. This is the most important aspect. How to follow the instruction, such inquiry to make progress, that is Sadharma Priksha. That is what Srila Sanatana Goswami is saying. Kayā? Who am I? Keno amar jara tapat roy. Iha nahi jani ke mone hit hoy. Gram vyavhara pandit tahi satya mani. People call me a very intelligent person. I am so foolish. I am still considering I am very intelligent. I even don't know who am I. So kripa kari, kara upakar. You kindly enlighten me. So that is Sadharma Priksha. Okay, so this is Sadharma Priksha. That means the devotional aspirant has become very sincere. Then he is to come to this awakening stage of Priksha. That is what so many times I have told you from the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. What is Sadharma Priksha? Anyone remembers from the introduction part of Bhagavad Gita? What is Sadharma Priksha? I have shared with you at least 3 or 4 times. Even more. What is Sadharma Priksha? Prabhupada hammers in the introduction that who is actually fit to receive this transcendental knowledge. Unless and until one has come to the level of Sadharma Priksha, it is not possible. He will not become, he cannot receive this knowledge. He does not have the patra, he does not have the heart to contain it. So how will it stay? Where it will be stored? जल्दी बोलो, इंट्रोडक्शन में से वो याद है या वो सब भूल भाल गए? Yes, Dayashil.
Hare Krishna
Read-
Prabhuji.
Read from the
Srila Prabhupada tells in Bhagavad introduction that one who inquires who he is, from where he has come, and where he shall go after this life, is a proper student for Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji, understanding Bhagavad Gita. And he
Yes.
must have firm
One
faith
is
in
what
the
Prabhupada talks about, that what is Sadharma Priksha? He specifically mentions in the introduction. This is called Brahma Jigyasa also. The Sadharma Priksha is called Brahma Jigyasa. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. This is the first aphorism of the Vedanta Sutra. This is from where the spiritual life begins. From Sadharma Priksha. Why I am emphasizing so much? Because if a genuine practitioner, if he is following the regulative principle, he should come to this stage of Sadharma Priksha. You find out. I will not give you every time spoon food you. You find out tomorrow and share with me where in Bhagavad Gita introduction Prabhupada is giving and what is Sadharma Priksha. Okay. So we will complete this verse. Let's see, and then we will continue with the Bhagavatam. Then sadhu marg, only Priksha is not sufficient. That one has inquired, but when he receives the answer, what he has to do? Sadhu marg anugamana. He has to strictly follow into the footsteps or according to the relevant solutions given or the principles given. One must follow in the footsteps of the previous acharyas and follow the directions given by the spiritual master. Then Krishna prite bhogatya Krishna tirtha vasaha yavan nirvaha pratigraha ekadashi upavasaha. This is the most concise thing. The next steps are as follows. One should be prepared to give up everything for Krishna's satisfaction, and one should also accept everything for Krishna's satisfaction. One must live in a place where Krishna is present. Krishna tirtha vasaha. So in your place of residence, you have the Supreme Lord present there. So that is what is Krishna tirtha vasaha. It is not your house. That is Lord Jagannath's house. Never ever make a mistake of thinking that this is your house. No. I shared with you the story of that Mataji who was in Russia. She had one room apartment, and when her spiritual master came, Maharaj asked her that this is your house. She said, no, this is not my house. My Gurudev, this is the house of Lala. And you want to meet Lala? So she brought her Guru in front of her Govardhan Shila. And she said, this is Lala's house and I am staying here to serve him. That's it. And Maharaj had tears in his eyes. Such high level of consciousness. So never ever think it is your house. Then it is not Tirtha. Then it is not Tirtha. One must live in a place where Krishna is present. One should acquire a livelihood that is just sufficient to keep the body and soul together. Very important. Yavan nirvaha patigraha and ekadashi upavasa. So these were what were told by Śrī Nārada Muni. And we will come back to our study. So I thought that I must share with you what is sadharma picture. Otherwise, we might not even know what is sadharma picture. What is the inquiry which is being raised here by Śrī Vyāsadeva. Going forward, svāyambhuva kayā vṛttyā vartitam te param vayaḥ katham cedam udasrākṣīḥ kāle prāpte kalevaram. O son of Brahma. Who is son of Brahma? Who is son of Brahma? Quickly, immediate response should come. Yes, Priyanka. Sorry, yes, Sonika.
Nārada Muni Prabhuji.
Yes, Nārada Muni. So where is the sadharma priksha? From his guru. What is the priksha? O son of Brahma, how did you pass your life after initiation? And how did you attain this body? Nārada Muni has transcendental body. How? He can freely transfer to any planet, to any loka, having quit your old world in due course. This is very important question. How did you pass your life after initiation? So actual life is once after initiation, what do you do? What do you practice? So Nārada Muni in his previous life was just an ordinary maidservant son. So how he became so perfectly transformed into the spiritual body of eternal life, bliss and knowledge is certainly important. Śrī Vyāsadeva desired to disclose the facts for everyone's satisfaction. So we should inquire, we should ask, how many of you know about your spiritual master's life? About Srila Gopal? How many some of you are initiated? Manoram, Dayashil, Ramya, Ravindra, Priyanka, even Madan Swarup Prabhu. How much details do you know about Guru Maharaj? Madan Swarup Prabhu?
Yes,
Why
Guruji.
you have kept your video off?
It was by mistake. When I muted, it became off.
Then you should have switched on. If I put my video off, how will it, how much interest will be there for you to hear? So many times I have spoken about it, but hardly any impact comes. Okay, so I want to know how many of you have done this inquiry or, research to know about how Guru Maharaj came to this position, how he was, how he has become such an acharya. What was his beginning? How did it happen? Made any effort to know? And if you know, then please share. Even for that matter, so many times I keep pushing and saying that please read Prabhupada Lilamrit. How many of you have completed Prabhupada's Lilamrit cover to cover in so many years of practice? Bolo speaker, I am asking all of you. You see, one has to be a Bhagavat to understand Bhagavat. At least some glimpse of it has to be there. Bolo, mujhe bolo. Every Vyas Puja do you come to try to know? We are so self-absorbed in the body and in the mind that we find there is no need. You should do that. You should do that. Yes, there's Ramya, Boli.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I know whatever you have shared last time, Prabhuji.
How could I share? Because I have read almost all of Prabhupada's correspondence with Guru Maharaj. Whatever that is available in fully. Not once, but many times. And I did research also. And I heard from so many other devotees also. So this should be the desire of the heart. You see, what is the desire of the heart of Vyasadeva is being poured here. What is our desire? Why that Sadharma picture is not there? Why the effort is not there? That means still the layers and layers of ignorance is still there. Layers and layers of desires to enjoy material existence is still there. Move forward. Prakalpa vishayam metam samsitam te muni sattama nahi esha vyavadhat kala esha sarva niraktihi. O great sage, time annihilates everything in due course. So how is that this subject matter which happened prior to this day of Brahma is still fresh in your memory, undisturbed by time? So see, Vyasadeva is taken by surprise. That is spiritual master, he remembers everything of when Prakakalpa. Kalpa is one duration day of Brahma. What is the calculation of one kalpa? One day of Brahma is, what is the calculation of Brahma is one day? One kalpa. Only two of you know so many. I did the 8th chapter, explained everything so detailed. Why only 3 are knowing? Your Manoram Jagannath, what? You don't want to answer or you want to hide yourself? You have to reply. You have to answer.
Yes, Prabhuji, the number I remember, but the calculation steps, Prabhuji, I have to revise. It is 4.3 billion years. The calculation steps in terms of manus, actually, I have to revise.
No, it is not the proper answer. That means that you don't know. You know your watch, how it works? How many hours are there in a day? I explained with such pain, and you are saying that I don't remember. It is an insult to me. Did you not hear the 8th chapter?
Yes.
Then how can you forget? Pranab, you answer.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. 1000 Dibba Chaturjog. It's come by
Yes.
24 hours means 28. 28 manus.
No. Manus are only 14. In the night, there are no manus. Everything is in annihilation. Manus are only when there is creation. What are you speaking? You are writing your own Bhagavatam or what? Huh? From where did you get there are 28 manus? Who will explain clearly? Yes, Sonika, आप बताइए.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, there is 1000 Chaturyoga and 14 Manus in 1 day of Brahma.
Yeah. Simple, like we have 12 hours in a day, Brahmaji's watch has 14 hours. I'm again explaining. What is the last time? And Jagannath, if you don't remember, then you don't deserve to remember. You remember only nonsense. Then that will drive you again to the, what should I say? I don't want to say all that. So 14 out of, and what are these 14 hours? It is compared to each span of Manu. There are 14 Manus, so there are 14 hours. And like in every hour of our watch, we have 60 minutes. So in each of Manus, 1 hour or one duration, there are 71 cycles of 4 yugas. So 14 into 71 comes to nearly 1000. So there are 1000 yuga cycles. That is 1 day of Brahma. Just imagine.
So can you repeat 1 hour is equal to? I couldn't hear correctly.
They will repeat. In Manoram, you explain now.
Yes, Prabhuji. So 1000 Dibba Chaturyuga, it comes, it will comprise with 71 cycles of yoga. That is 14 manus into 71 cycles. Means 1 hour of manu will be 71 cycles of yoga. So now the terms comes 14 into
Which yuga?
71, that
Which
is how it
yuga?
is 1000.
71 cycles of which yuga? Satya or Treta?
No, Chatur Yoga.
So why you are saying yuga?
Yeah, Chatur Yoga.
Again, you are not interested to know actually. You explain Dayashi. He is still not, he is still absorbed in his own thought.
Prabhuji, one kalpa means 1 day of Brahma, and in 1 day of Brahma, like we have 1 day 12 hours. So for Brahmaji it is 14 hours, and as in 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So in 1 hour that is 1 manu. Then age of 1 manu is the lifespan of 1 manu is 71 yuga cycle. So as Manam Jagannath Das also told that if you multiply 14 into 71, it will come nearly 1000 yoga cycle. So it is 1 kalpa means 1000 yoga cycle. So if you calculate everything, as he told that it will be 4.3 billion years. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And where is the reference? Is it imagination or hallucination? Where is the pramana? Where is the evidence? No, one day of Brahma. Bolo?
It is 8th chapter, Prabhuji. 8th chapter.
Which verse? You show this verse. Read the verse.
Sahasra Yuga Parjanta.
Sahasra Yuga Paryantam. 8.17. 8.17 or 18. Open. Open Manoram Prabhu. Quickly. You need even more chastisement. If you can forget all this basics.
17, 17, 8.17.
This is the point. Why this knowledge does not get into the heart? Because the heart, there is no submission for Guru. Yeah. What is it? By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's one day. And such also is the duration of night. Read the purport.
The duration of the material universe is limited. It is manifested in cycles of kalpas. A kalpa is a day of Brahma, and one day of Brahma consists of 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas, or ages Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. The cycle of Satya is characterized by virtue, wisdom, and religion, there being practically no ignorance and vice, and the yoga lasts 178,000 years. In the Treta Yoga, vice is introduced, and this yoga lasts 1,296,000 years. In the Dwapar Yoga, there is an even greater decline in virtue and religion, vice increasing, and this yoga lasts 864,000 years. And finally, in Kali Yuga, the yoga we have now been experiencing over the past 5,000 years, there is an abundance of strife, ignorance, irreligion, and vice. True virtue being practically non-existent, and this yoga lasts 432,000 years. In Kali Yuga, vice increases to such a point that at the termination of the yoga, the Supreme Lord himself appears as the Kalki avatar, vanquishes the demons, saves his devotees, and commences another Satya Yoga. Then the process is set rolling again. These 4 yogas, rotating 1,000 times, comprises one day of Brahma, and the same number comprises one night. Brahma lives 100 of such years and then dies. These 100 years by each calculation totals to 311 trillion and 40 billion each years.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
should I continue?
Close it. No, close it. Close it. The point is we have still not developed any interest to pick up the Shastra and read and revise. बस किसी तरह 8:30 बजे जोड़ गए, थोड़ा सुन लिया, बस इधर से सुन लिया और इधर से बाहर निकाल दिया. Again, read, revise. अभी समझ में आया सद्धर्म परीक्षा क्या है गोपाल? बताओ क्या है सद्धर्म परीक्षा? क्या है सद्धर्म परीक्षा? यस तो बोल दिया बड़ी आसानी से.
सद्धर्म परीक्षा है, हम अपने गुरु के इनिशिएशन में आए और
बिल्कुल नहीं है वो तो प्रोसेस है. सद्धर्म परीक्षा क्या है? देखिए ये स्थिति है. 1 घंटे से समझा रहा हूं, उसके बाद भी गोल मोल उत्तर दे रहे हैं, जो पॉइंट है वो नहीं बताएंगे. और पहले बोल रहे थे सद्धर्म परीक्षा पता है क्या है. अभी महाप्रभु ने बताया ना सनातन गोस्वामी को सद्धर्म परीक्षा क्या है। कि गुरु के जीवन से, गुरु के आदेश से, गुरु के संदेश को कैसे मैं स्वीकार करूं कि मैं प्रगति कर सकूं। अगर ये प्रयास है, ये पूछ रहे हैं, तो सद्धर्म परीक्षा है, नहीं तो क्या है, असत है, सब असत है। और असत इतना गहरा है कि उसमें सत को पकड़ पाना संभव नहीं है। कर सकते हैं, नहीं पकड़ सकते हैं, खाली असत के पीछे भागते रहेंगे। इसलिए एक दिन नहीं सुनेंगे तो असत में ही भरे रहेंगे। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो ये पूछा, और देखिए क्या पूछ रहे हैं कि ब्रह्मा जी का एक कल्प बीत गया, कितने लाइफ स्पैन्स पीछे का पूछ रहे हैं। ये नहीं पूछ रहे प्रीवियस बर्थ में आप किधर थे, कहाँ थे, क्या थे। पूछ रहे हैं ब्रह्मा के पूर्व कल्प में आपको दिया गया ज्ञान अभी तक कैसे याद है। अभी तो हमने कल जो दिया था वो आज हमें किसी भी हाल में याद नहीं रहता। अभी जो बता रहे हैं वो बताते बताते ही भूल जा रहे हैं, उसको नहीं पकड़ रहे हैं। बोल रहे हैं आपको ब्रह्मा के कल्प में, पिछले कल्प में सहस्त्र युग पर्यंतम जो ज्ञान दिया गया वो अभी तक आपके हार्ट में कैसे है सर। इसका मतलब उसके ऊपर और किसी का असर नहीं हुआ, उस ज्ञान से बाकियों पे असर हुआ, किसी और के अज्ञान का उस ज्ञान पे असर नहीं। बहुत गहरा प्रश्न है। ओ ग्रेट सेज टाइम एनालाइज एवरीथिंग इन ड्यू कोर्स। बोले समय से सब कुछ नाश हो जाता है। सो हाउ इज इट दैट दिस सब्जेक्ट मैटर which happened prior to this day of Brahma is still fresh in your memory, undisturbed by time? ये है आश्चर्य। ये कोई आश्चर्य नहीं है कि अभी बताया और अभी भूल गए, वो तो है ही है। जो जितना विमोहित है उतनी जल्दी विस्मृति हो जाएगा। लेकिन स्मृति क्या है ये देखिए नारद मुनि की। बोले समय का कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ा, पूरा ब्रह्मादि का एक दिन बीत गया, एक कल्प बीत गया, लेकिन आपका ज्ञान उसी तरह पूरी तरीके से संरक्षित है। ये कैसे संभव हो, ये प्रश्न है। As a spirit is not annihilated even after an annihilation of this material body, so also spiritual consciousness is not annihilated. Śrī Nārada developed this spiritual consciousness even while he had this material body in the previous kalpaha, not in the previous birth, in the previous kalpaha. Consciousness of the material body means spiritual consciousness expressed through the medium of spiritual body. This consciousness is inferior, destructible, and perverted. But the super consciousness of the supra mind of the spiritual plane is as good as the spiritual soul and is never annihilated. So I am giving you this homework. That please study this Prabhupada's purport and tomorrow share the understanding, and then we will hear the reply and the response from Narada Muni. Okay. So far, any question? Any picture? Some sweksha, iksha? What to speak of sadharma picture? बोलिए मदन स्वरूप प्रभु। Unmute and speak. Unmute.
Sorry. So Naraji did not
Yeah.
change the body. Means he remained in the same body.
Don't speculate. Answer will come. You read the purport again. Read it a few times.
Okay.
The answer is given there. If you still don't find, we will discuss. Yes, Gopal. बोलिए।
तो जी आज वाली क्लास में से नहीं है, वो परसों महाराज जी की क्लास में उसमें से पूछना था मेरे को कुछ। पूछो उसमें से।
महाराज जी क्लास से मैं क्या बता सकता हूँ, पता नहीं आपने क्या सुना, किस कंटेक्स्ट में सुना है, बोलिए।
और थोड़ा सा ये बताया था कुछ नहीं, उसमें बताया था कि जैसे त्रेता युग और द्वापर युग के बारे में बोले, त्रेता युग है ना, द्वापर युग से अच्छा था उसमें ना, वो नहीं जो भगवान राम के बारे में जो बता रहे थे महाराज जी।
अभी आपने क्या पढ़ा, इन्होंने कुछ पढ़ा था, मनोराम प्रभु ने पढ़ा था 8.17, खोलो, आपके पास गीता
एक
है?
मिनट। हाँ
हाँ,
हाँ।
उसमें लिखा हुआ है, उसमें
हम्म,
लिखा हुआ है, आप उसको अच्छे से
हम्म,
पढ़ो। अगर
ठीक
आपको
है।
नहीं समझ में आए तो मनोराम से क्वेश्चन
हम्म,
करो, वो सब लिखा हुआ है उसमें।
ठीक है। ठीक है।
उसमें पूरे पढ़ा था कि क्या कितना एज स्पैन था, क्या क्वालिटीज था, त्रेता में क्या था, द्वापर में क्या था, सत्या में क्या था, और कलयुग में अब क्या होगा, सब लिखा है। सुनते क्या है? क्योंकि जहां हमारा मन है, हमारी चेतना वही है, यही तो बता रहे हैं, यही तो सारा खेल है। अभी ये वाला जो आज का परपोर्ट है, बहुत डीप परपोर्ट दिया प्रभुपाद जी ने, कि नारद मुनि के पास वो स्पिरिचुअल कॉन्शियसनेस थी, वो सुपरा माइंड था, असर नहीं हुआ। भगवान कहते हैं सा काले ना महता योगो नष्टा, नहीं हुआ, नारद मुनि पर असर नहीं हुआ। द्वापर त्रेता का आंसर उधर दिया हुआ है, आप मुझे आंसर, मुझे कल पता बताना आपको समझ में आया या नहीं समझ में आया, ध्यान से पढ़ो, दिखा हुआ है सब। ठीक है, वी विल स्टॉप हियर, इट इज गेटिंग लेट। काइंडली पुट, यहाँ ही नहीं कि यहाँ आके 5 मिनट खोल के पढ़ रहे, ध्यान से पढ़िए। भागवतम इज टू रिलिश, देखो एक एक शब्द कितना गहरा है, ऐसे ही पढ़ के निकल जाते हैं। साधारण नहीं पूछ रहे हैं, पूछ रहे हैं पूरे कल्प में पीछे, एक कल्प के पीछे जो आपको ज्ञान दिया था, जो कब कब ज्ञान मिला था, भक्ति वेदांता से कब ज्ञान मिला था, एक कल्प पूर्व, और वो ज्ञान एज इट इज सुरक्षित है। तो पूछ रहे कैसे, क्या किया, क्योंकि वो भी वही करना चाहते। अर्जुन क्यों प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं भगवान से? हाँ, अथ केना प्रयुक्तो या, मैं सूरत एटलीस्ट कब तो आप लोग बोलोगे दिस इज सद धर्म शिक्षा, पापम चरति पुरुषः अनिच्छान अपि वाष्णेय बलादेवा नियोजिता। ये सद्धर्म परीक्षा है या नहीं है, कि मैं पाप नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन कौन मुझे बलपूर्वक पाप की तरफ प्रेरित करता है? बताइए भगवान, मुझे रोकिए उस पाप के मार्ग से। दैट इज सद्धर्म परीक्षा। बहुत सारे प्रश्न किए अर्जुन ने, सद्धर्म परीक्षा, अर्जुन के सारे प्रश्न सद्धर्म परीक्षा है, सारे भागवतम के प्रश्न सद्धर्म परीक्षा है, ज्यादातर। ठीक है, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। रविंद्र प्रभु, आई स्पीक टू यू ब्रीफली। हाँ, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू दी असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, हरे कृष्णा। पढ़िए पढ़िए, 10-15 मिनट केवल, अगर आप 10 मिनट निकाल के पढ़ेंगे, आप देखिए आपको कितना रिलिशमेंट आएगा, कितना हार्ट में नरिशमेंट आएगा।